How I bought a house in the USA using my Indian credit score. Now, this is not a clickbait. This is exactly what happened with me, and I'm going to share my experience in this video. This is going to tell you how important it is for you to have a credit score no matter where you're from. Let's do this together. Hi there, I'm Dr. Rajiv Iyer. I'm a double board certified doctor working in the USA, and through this channel, we guide doctors, medical students, and other healthcare professionals with their career in terms of how they can establish themselves in countries like USA, Canada, and other places. When I moved to the USA for the first time as a doctor, it was a very interesting experience of me buying a house, which is what I figured I'll share with you. So initially I moved into a apartment complex. It was okay. Initially it felt great because I'm in the US for the very first time. But then as I lived in the apartment, somehow it didn't click for us because the apartment didn't seem too friendly. Then I decided to buy a house. Alright, so I found a real estate agent. She was fantastic. And during the process, I realized I need to have what is called as a credit score. That I did not know because I required a pre-approval. In other words, a pre-approval is a document that the bank says you actually can get a loan for XYZ amount of dollars. Alright, so I speak to some of my colleagues in the hospital who were very experienced doctors. Of course, they had a solid credit and they connected me with the banker whom they had worked with. So I gave the banker all my details, including my social security and everything, and he was able to pull a credit score. He said, congratulations, we actually can give you a loan of whatever the amount was. And then I was excited. So I took the document to my real estate agent. We put an offer, which is what the process in the US is if you're not in the US, and the offer got accepted. So now was the time that I get a loan, an actual loan from the bank, not just a pre-approval. So I submitted, I go back to the bank, and then I tell them, all right, here it is. My offer is accepted. Now I actually need money to buy the house. He's like, how much money do you need? I said, I need all 100% because I have no money in my pocket. And then he goes back and then comes back to me in a couple of days and says, I'm sorry, we cannot give you a loan because you don't have any credit history in the US. I'm like, how the hell did this happen? I was excited that an offer got accepted, and then they said they basically refused, that they cannot give me any loan. I'm like, okay, all right, what next? I started exploring all the options, and then I found a different banker. I explained to the banker that this is my situation. I'm an IMG doctor, an international medical graduate doctor from the USA who came through Canada, and this is my situation, this is my salary, and I have a huge earning potential in the future, but right now I have no money with me, so I need a 100% loan. Alright, he says he looks at my US credit history. Absolutely no credit history. He said, well, you don't have any US credit history, so it's going to be hard to find a loan. His name is Ron, by the way, so thank you, Ron. And he asked me, okay, where were you before this? I said, I was in Canada. Well, can you get me a statement from Canada? I tried to get a statement from Canada. Again, no credit history because I did not have any credit there. A basic lifestyle, and I did not have credit history. And then he asked me, where were you before this? I said, I was in India. And he asked me, can you get a credit score from India? I did not know that's an option. Then I went online and I looked up credit score in India. I had built a royally amazing credit history. So I pulled the credit score. It comes with so ease, and it was so easy to get a credit score from India. So I pull up a report online and I take it to Ron and show him, this is my credit report, Ron. He said, this is fantastic. We'll get you a loan. I'm like, wow, thank you so much. And this is how I managed to get a 100% loan because I had no money with me to buy a house. And it happened to be a beautiful house, and we really enjoyed the house. Now here's another thing. When you're thinking of getting a 100% loan, the banks expects you to pay what they call as a mortgage insurance. Now this generally runs for about $300, $400 a month, and this generally is a waste of money because you don't get it back through any other means. Now interestingly, if you're a doctor, the banks do have what they call as doctor's loan that actually avoids you to paying any mortgage insurance because doctors have a high earning potential. So for those reasons, the banks are okay not collecting any mortgage insurance from them. So you can technically get a 100% loan without having to pay any extra insurance premium. How cool is that? I learned all this. Okay, fine. Then I got a house, and the rest is history. You need our guidance about establishing your career in the USA, Canada, other countries, either as a doctor, healthcare professional, or interested in getting into medical school, dental school. For your children who are watching this or your relatives, you can always go to our website www.imgsecrets.com and book an appointment with us. We'll be happy to sit with you and talk to you one-on-one and then guide you exactly the steps you should take. Next, I encourage you to watch this video where I have mentioned 8 different things, very simple things you must do as soon as you obtain a job in the USA to establish your long-term wealth and also make sure you have a good lifestyle. Any questions, do post in the comments below. Take care, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon. So this will tell you how important it is to, this is going to tell you, and that is how I managed to get, and this is how I managed to get a